Tignan natin, number 51. So, bibilisan lang natin at medyo marami ito, 25 items. So, last month, a store manager decided to decrease the prices of all items by 10%. Okay, so i-decrease natin ng 10%. And then, sumunod, this month, he increased the prices by 10% naman. After una decrease, tapos in-increase niya by 10%. Parehas 10%. What would be the price for a pair of pants that had cost 750 before prices were decreased last month? So yung original price ay 750 pesos. OP for original price. So 750 pesos ang original price. Tapos nag-decrease ng 10%. Tapos nag-increase naman ng 10%. Ang common mistake dito dahil parehas 10% yung dinecrease tapos nag-increase naman ng 10%, ang akala ng iba ay 750 lang din. Kasi 10% decrease tapos increase ng 10%. So babalik lang sa 750. So mali po yun kapag ang pinili nyo ay 750. Kasi may iba po ang base natin. Okay, so una yung decrease muna. I-solve muna natin yung decrease. Decrease ng 10%. So ang 10% i-convert natin sa decimal. Ang 10% ay equal sa 0.10 or simply 0.1. Wag na natin isulat yung 0. Parehas lang yan, 0.10 or 0.1. So una, i-decrease muna natin si 750 ng 10%. So therefore, we have 750. Subtract lang tayo ng 10% ni 750. So we have 0.1 times 750. Okay, so therefore, magiging sagot na natin ay 750 minus, 10 lang ito. So imumove lang natin to. 750 magiging 75. Okay, so madali nang i-manual ito. After decrease of 10%, 750 minus 75, that is equal to 675. Okay, 675. Okay, tama. Then yung 675 naman, i-increase naman natin by 10%. Okay, so increase naman by 10%. So magiging equation natin ay 675 plus naman dahil increase. Plus 10%, so 0.1, kanina multiply sa 750. Ngayon, i-multiply naman natin dito. Ito na yung base natin, 675. Kaya hindi siya babalik sa 750. Okay? So 0.1 times 675, that is equal to, just copy 675. And then 10% ito, so therefore, ang shortcut dyan ay i-move lang na ang decimal to dahil 10% ito. Okay, so magiging 67.50. 67.5. So therefore, lagyan natin, gawin natin 2 decimal dahil pera yan. 2 decimal dapat. So pag inad natin, 67.50, 65 plus 67.50. So pagtapatin lang natin. 675, lagyan natin ng 2 0 para hindi nakakalito. Plus 67.50. So therefore, the answer is, so this is 50. 5 plus 7, we have 12, carry 1. So we have 14, carry 1, 742.50. So therefore, the correct answer is letter A, 742 point, ayan, and 50 cents na ang magiging price after the decrease and increase. Okay? Okay, so next number, 52. When the original price of an item is increased by a certain rate, so ganun ulit, no? Original price ulit ang ating topic. When the original price of an item is increased, ayan, increased by a certain rate, the increased price is 3,100 pesos. When the original price is decreased naman, decreased by the same rate, so parehas ng rate, the decreased price is 1,900 pesos. What is the original price? So ang problem na ito na may video na ako dito para sa problem na ito. Dito pala siya nanggaling sa MSA review. So magiging equation natin dito, i-let muna natin. Let x be the original price. Okay? So original price hindi kasi given no? So let x be the original price. And then yung rate, hindi natin alam yung rate, increase by a certain rate. So ang ilagay natin, ang y natin, ito yung rate natin. Okay? So ito yung rate. So therefore, ang magiging equation natin ay ang original price daw natin, so x, is increased by a certain rate. Pag nag-increase tayo ng certain rate, yung rate i-multiply natin sa original price. Okay, so therefore, magiging equation ay x plus xy equals 3,100. So ito ang ating equation number 1. Okay, so next equation number 2, when the original price is decreased by the same rate. Decreased by the same rate, so therefore the equation number 2 is x minus xy. Same rate kasi. I-multiply equals 1,900. So equation number 2. Ang hinahanap natin, what is the original price? Original price, solve lang natin ng x. Pinakamadaling way para isolve ito ay elimination method. So pag nag-elimination method tayo, i-add lang natin yan. Add lang natin. So wag nang babaguhin ang sign dahil addition tayo. So we have xy minus xy. Cancel na ito, 0 na yan. X plus x, we have 2x equals, i-add natin ng 31, 3,100 and 1,900. That is equal to 5,000. And then last step, divide both sides by 2. So final answer, therefore the original price x is equal to 5,000 divided by 2. That is 2,500, which is letter C. Okay, so next number 53. How much must one has to invest in corporate bonds paying 9.6% in order to earn an income of 12,000 per annum? Okay, so ang problem na ito ay tungkol sa interest. Yung income, in order to earn an income, ito yung interest. Okay? Parang yan yung interest dito sa bonds. How much must one has to invest in corporate bonds paying 9.6%? So, ang formula natin ng interest ay interest is equal to PRT. I is the interest, P is the principal, R is the rate, and T is the time in year. Okay? So ano ba ang given natin dito? Ang given natin, siyempre itong may percent, R yun. R is equal to 9.6% or that is equivalent to 0.096 in decimal. Itong 12,000, ito yung ating, so ulitin natin ang problem. How much must one has to invest? Ang hinahanap natin yung i-invest to corporate bonds paying in order to earn an income of 12,000. So, ibig sabihin, itong 12,000 pesos, yan yung income or yan yung principal. Okay? Yan yung principal, yung letter P. Okay, so P, yan yung principal. We have 12,000 pesos per annum. So, therefore, ang T natin dito ay 1 year dahil per annum. Okay? So, i-substitute lang natin. Ang hinahanap natin dito ay itong P natin ay ito yung income pala. So ito yung interest interest. Ang hinahanap natin ay P. Principal ang hinahanap. Okay, so i-substitute lang natin dito sa ating formula or pwede i-derive na natin. Ang hinahanap natin ay P. So kailangan yung P ang mag-solo. May RT, so i-divide lang natin ito both sides by RT. Divide both sides by RT para makuha natin yung formula para sa P. Okay? So therefore, ang formula para sa P ay interest. We have 12,000 divided by R is 0.096. 0.096 times time is 1. So, yan na yung ating value ng P. So, multiply lang natin. Itong 1 value, wala na yan. Ang gagawin lang natin ay i-divide lang natin ito pero decimal tayo no? So itong 1 pwedeng wala na yan, wag na isulat. So tapos itong 0.096 gagawin nating whole number. So move 1, 2, 3. Ito dito move din tayo 1, 2, 3. So therefore magiging P natin pag pinagbaligtad ko na ng pwesto, we have magiging 12. Ayan, add tayo ng 3 0. So 12 million divided by 96. Whole number na siya 96. So i-manual lang natin. So we have 12 million divided by 96. So therefore we have 12. So dito 1 lang to, itapat natin sa 120. So dito 1 times 96, we have 96 and then subtract magiging ilan to? 24. Ayan, 0. Pero tingnan niyo kung ilan yung 1 ang simula. So either ito lang letter A or letter C. Pero since ang hinahanap natin ay principal, medyo malaki dapat yan. Kasi ang kinita niya ay 12,000. 12,000 ang kinita. So therefore, ang magiging sagot na dyan ay letter C. Letter C na yan. So dito pa lang sa umpisa, pwedeng hindi nyo na idiretso. So 125,000 na yan. Patunayan na lang natin. So therefore, diretso natin. So 240 divided by 96, that is equal to 2. 2 times 96, we have 2 times 6, 12. Carry 1. 2 times 9 is 18 plus 1, 19. So, subtract ulit natin. 10 minus 2 is 8. Ito ay magiging 13 minus 9, 4. So, yun, eksakto. Bring down 0. 480 divided by 96, that is 5. 5 times 96, eksakto na yan, 480. So, therefore, itong tatlong 0, kopyahin na lang natin. Ayan. So, therefore, the final answer is 125,000 pesos. Okay? Next, number 54. How much must be cut from the edge of a piece of glass? 16 and 1/8 centimeters wide in order for it to fit into an opening 14 and 3/4 centimeter wide. So napakasimpleng problem na to. Ang gagawin lang natin ay isa-subtract. Kasi how much must be cut? Babawasan natin yung 16 and 1/8 para mag-fit sa 14 and 3/4. So simpleng subtraction lang ito. So 16 and 1/8, pwedeng i-subtract natin ganitong way yung vertical, 14 and 3/4. Okay, so tapos i-convert lang natin sa similar fraction. Okay, so similar fraction kailangan LCD ng 8 and 4. 8 and 4 ay yung mas malaki dapat ang LCD. So 8. Yung 4 pwede natin gawing 8 ito. So 16 and 1/8, kopyahin lang natin. 16 and 1/8, subtract natin. Itong 3/4, i-multiply lang natin yung 3 and 4 sa 2. Okay, yung 14 kinokopya lang. So 14 multiply ito sa 2. Multiply din ito sa 2 para maging silang parehas na 8. So 3 times 2 ay 6. Ang denominator natin parehas na 4 times 2, 8. So ngayon, isubtract natin yung whole number, isubtract natin yung fraction. Pero kapag sinubtract natin, 1 minus 6 ay magiging negative. So para hindi maging negative, kopyahin lang natin to, 14 and 6 over 8. Mag-borrow 1 tayo dito sa 16. Yung 16 magiging na siyang 15. So magiging 15 tapos yung 16 kasi gagawin nating 15 and then yung 1 gagawin nating denominator na 8 kaya magiging 15 and 8 over 8. Kaso meron pa tayong 1 over 8 dito. So i-add pa natin yung 1 over 8 kaya magiging siyang 15 and 8 over 8 plus 1 over 8. So we have 9 over 8. So therefore, subtract na natin 15 minus 14, that is 1. 9 minus 6, we have 3. Just copy the common denominator, 8. The answer is 1 and 3/8 centimeter. Okay? So titingnan nyo pala palagi yung unit, parehas yung centimeter, kaya wala na tayong kinonvert, parehas centimeter. May time kasi na magkaibang units, kailangan pagpaparehasin pa natin. Okay? So yun yung minsan yung trick sa fraction, sa ganitong problem. Next, number 55. A car race traveled for 2.5 hours with an average speed of 132 and 5/8 km per hour. Find the total distance. So fraction lang ulit ito. Ang formula ng distance ay rate times time. So sa given natin, ang rate natin ay ito yan, kilometer per hour. So ito yung rate. Siyempre, ito yung time. 2.5, ayan na, hours. So ito yung time. Okay, so all we have to do is multiply. Okay, so multiply lang natin, rate times time. So we have 132 and 5 over 8 multiplied by 2 and 1/2. So ano bang technique pag nagmo-multiply or yung process? A over B times C over D equal lang yan sa multiply the numerator AC over the product of the denominator BD. Pero kailangan nasa gantong form siya, A over B. So i-convert natin sa similar, sa improper fraction. Mixed number kasi parehas. Okay, so mixed number parehas. So we have, i-convert lang natin. So paano ba mag-convert? Minumultiply lang ito. 8 times 132. So mag-scratch tayo dahil medyo malaki. 132 times 8, we have 16. 8 times 3 is 24 plus 1, we have 25. 8 times 1 is 8 plus 2, we have 10. 1056. Tapos, yung sagot, i-add natin. Yung sagot dito pag minultiply, ay i-add dito. Ayan, plus 5. I-add sa numerator, plus 5. So therefore, magiging siyang 1,061. Okay, so magiging 1,061 na to over 8 times, ito madali lang. 2 times 2 is 4 and then plus 1. So we have 5 over 2. So ngayon, i-multiply na natin ang numerator at denominator. So sa denominator, 8 times 2, 16 lang. Tingnan muna kung may malo-lowest term pala. 1,061, hindi pwedeng i-divide sa 8, hindi rin pwedeng i-divide sa 2. So walang lowest term, i-multiply lang natin. So we have 1,061 times 5. Therefore, we have 5 times 1 is 5. 5 times 6 is 30. Ayan. 0 yung sunod, guys. Sulat na natin yung 30. 5 times 1, 5. So we have 5,305 over 16. Over 16. So ang nasa choices natin, mixed number, kaya ang gagawin natin ay i-divide lang natin. So divide lang natin manually, 5,305 divided by 16. Tingnan natin yung mga simula. Over 16, ano? So wala na sa choices itong letter D kasi over 16. So tatlo na lang. So ang simula 2, 3, 3. So malamang 3 ito, no? So we have 3 times 16, so that is equal to 48. Subtract natin 53 minus 48, we have 5. Bring down 0, we have 50. So another 48, 3 pa rin. So dalawa pa. So hindi pa tayo pwedeng mag-answer na agad, dalawa pa kasi. So pag ganyan, habang sinosolve nyo, pag nakita nyo na sa choices, huwag nyo nang idadiretso. Yun lang yung tip ko sa inyo para makatipid ng oras. So dahil dalawa pa yung 33, idiretso natin. So we have 33 times 16, another 48. Then subtract, we have 2. Bring down, ayan, 5. So 25 divided by 16, so we have 1. 1 times 16, we have 16. So pag sinubtract natin, we have 9. So ano na yung answer natin? Therefore, the answer is, yung quotient natin, 331. Ang remainder natin, itong numerator. Remainder, magiging numerator, 9 over the divisor, 16. So therefore, the answer is letter B, 331 and 9 over 16 kilometers. Okay, so next, number 56. Another fraction problem. If the weight of a 241 kilogram freight car increases 3 and 1/8 times when fully loaded, what will be its weight with a full load? So 241 kilogram increases 3 and 1/8 times. So ang gagawin lang natin dito ay i-add lang natin ito. I-multiply tapos i-add. Okay? So therefore, we have 241. I-multiply natin kasi increases 3 and 1/8 times. So multiply lang natin sa 3 and 1/8. Okay, so kagaya ng process natin kanina, i-convert lang natin ito sa, ayan, improper. So 8 times 3, 8 times lang to, so we have 24. And then add the numerator plus 1, so we have 25 over 8. So we have 241. Lagyan natin ng 1 para malinaw na numerator times numerator, denominator times denominator, 25 over 8. So tingnan, 241 over 8, hindi pwedeng walang malolowest term. Okay, so no choice, kailangan na nating i-multiply ito. Okay, so therefore, we have 241 times 25, scratch tayo. 241 times 25, we have 5 times 1 is 5, 5 times 4 is 20, 5 times 2 is 10, plus 2, we have 12. 2 times 1, we have 2. 2 times 4 is 8. 2 times 2 is 4. Then add natin. We have 5, 2, 10, carry 1, 6,025. 6,025 over 8. Tapos, ibabalik naman natin ngayon sa mixed number. So, 6,025 divided by 8. So, pinakamalapit, 56. So, that is 7 times 8, that is 56. Subtract, we have 4, 42. So, magiging 5 times 8, 40. Subtract ulit, we have 20 divided by 8. So, we have 2. 2 times 8, 16. Ang remainder natin ay 4. So, therefore, ang sagot dito ay quotient 700. 7, ba't naging 752 na to? So, parang 42. 5 pala yung i-bring down pala natin, 5. But 20 yung bin-bring down ko. So, ayusin lang natin. So, we have to bring down 5. 5 times 25 divided by 8, that is 3. 3 times 8, we have 24. Ay yung remainder natin, 1. So, 753 and 1 over 8. Okay, so 1 over 8. So, ito na yung magiging answer natin. 753 and 1 over 8. Ayan, so ang weight 241, freight car increases 3 and 1/8 when fully loaded. So, therefore, the correct answer is 753. Pag inad pa natin, so dapat dito increases eh. Pag ina-analyze natin mabuti, 241 kilogram freight car increases 3 and 1/8 times, yun, so tama, dapat yata i-add pa tong 241 kasi increases 3 and 1/8 times. So dapat 241 plus ito 753, kaso wala na sa choices yon. So inassume na lang 3 and 1/8 times. So ito na yung magiging sagot, 753 and 1/8. Wala kasi sa choices yung 241, i-add pa natin yung increase niya, 3 and 1/8 times. Yun yung in-increase dapat. Okay? So next, number 57. How many liters will remain in a 1,000 liter storage tank if 8.2% of the liquid has evaporated due to excessive heat. O babawasan lang natin ito. 1,000 liters minus 8.2%. So 8.2% i-convert lang natin in percent that this is equal to ang 8% 0.08. Tama? Ang 8.2% ay 0.082. Okay? So minus 0.082 ng 1,000. Okay? So therefore, equal na to sa 1,000 minus, since ito ay 1,000 times 0.082, so magiging ang sagot lang dito ay 82. So pag minultiply natin sa 1,000, magiging 82 ano yan 82. Pag minultiply natin, magiging 82,000. Tapos 3 decimal places, edi magiging 82 na lang. Okay? So 1,000 minus 82. So therefore, the correct answer is 918. Ano ang unit natin? Liters. 918 liters. So therefore, the correct answer is letter A, 918. Okay. Okay, next, number 58. Dante recently sold some stocks for which he originally bought for 358 pesos. If it has increased in value by 116%, how much did he receive for the stock? Okay, so lumaki daw yung stock ng 116%. So therefore, ang gagawin lang natin ay nag-increase, so i-add lang natin yan. So okay, Dante recently sold some stocks for which he originally bought for 358. So maging equation natin ay 358 increase kaya plus by 116%. So 116% i-convert natin sa decimal. Pag kinonvert sa decimal yan, tanggalin lang yung percent tapos move ng dalawa. So therefore that is equal to 1.16. Okay? So 358 plus 1.16, i-multiply pa natin dito sa 1.16 ng 358. Okay? So how much did he receive for the stock? So i-multiply lang natin to, then add. Okay, so therefore we have, so nagiging mahirap lang naman itong civil service dahil lang dito sa mga manual computation. Okay, 6 times 8 we have 48, 6 times 5 we have 30, plus 4 we have 34, 6 times 3 is 18, plus 3 we have 21. Okay, ito 1 lang, so kopyahin lang natin 358 and another 358. Okay, so bring down 8, 4 plus 8 we have 12, carry 1, 8, 1, 1, so that is 10 plus 5 we have 15, 5, 3, 2, so that is 10 plus 1, 11, and then 4. 2 decimal places, so we have 415.28. So next ay i-add lang natin. So 358 plus 415.28. Pero nasa choices, dalawa yung may 28 pala. So hindi pa tayong magsagot kasi dalawa pa yung may 0.28. Ito 0.00 lang to. Baka may mali to. So add lang natin. So this is 28. So 8 plus 5, we have 3. Carry 1. So we have 7. 3 plus 4, 7. 773.28, which is letter C. Okay. Next, number 59. So puro percent problem tayo. Mr. Manny Vargas, a real estate broker, sold a building for 175 million. How much did he receive if his commission is 5.5% of the sale price of the property? So napakasimple, kukunin lang natin yung 5% of 175 million kasi yun yung kanyang commission. So just multiply. So 175, i-multiply lang natin sa 5.5%. Ang 5.5% ay equivalent sa, tanggal to, move lang ng dalawa, 1, 2. So that is equal to 0.055. Okay? So times 0.055. So multiply lang natin. So we have 5 times 5, we have 25. 5 times 7, 35 plus 2, we have 37. 5 times 1 is 5 plus 3, we have 8. Ulitin lang natin. So 875 pa rin ito. Then add. So we have bring down 5. 7 plus 5, we have 12. Carry 1. So 8 plus 8, that is 16. And then 9. Bilangin ang decimal places. 1, 2, 3. So 1, 2, 3. Nandito ang ating decimal. 9.625. Lagyan lang natin yan ng million. So therefore, the answer is letter C, 9.625 million. Next, number 60. If 560 out of 700 examinees pass in the recent career service exam for sub-professional level, what percent of examinees pass? O, ang hinanap natin yung pumasa. Ang pumasa daw 560 out of 700. So therefore, all we have to do is divide. Dahil hinahanap natin yung part ng pumasa. So divide lang natin 560 over 700. So meron akong shortcut dito. Pwedeng i-divide by 7 lang kasi 'di ba percent means 100. Tingnan nyo lagi itong denominator kung pwede itong maging 100. 'Di ba pwede itong maging 100 kapag dinivide sa 7? Tapos yung numerator, divisible din sa 7 eh. 56 divisible din yan sa 7. Tama? Pag dinivide natin sa 7, equal na siya sa 700 divided by 7, 100 na agad yon. 560 or 56 divided by 7, that is 8. 8 times 7 is 56. So equal na siya sa 80. So yun ay shortcut. 80 over 100, that is 80%. Okay? Same answer kapag dinivide nyo 560 divided by 700. Okay? So 80% ang answer natin, letter C. Next, number 61. Mr. Cruz borrowed 750,000 from Asian Bank and is charged 90,000 pesos interest. What rate of interest did Asian Bank charge for the loan? So hinahanap natin rate of interest. So para makuha ang rate, formula natin ng percentage ay rate times base. So ang rate ay equal sa divide natin pag hinahanap yung R, so we have percentage over base. Okay? So yun lang gagawin natin diyan. Ang base natin yung binarrow. Mr. Cruz borrow 750,000. So therefore, kunin lang natin ang rate. So i-divide lang natin yan 90,000 divided by 750,000. So shortcut ulit tayo. Cancelin lang natin to. 4 na 0. O 4 na 0. Okay? So we have 9 over 75. Okay. So eksakto ba ito? Eksakto kasi mga choices natin ay eksakto eh, no? So divide lang natin sa 3. Try nating i-divide sa 3 ito. Para ma-lowest term. So kapag dinivide sa 3 parehas, para ma-lowest term natin, we have 3 over 75 divided by 3, 25. So we have 3 over 25. Tapos gagawin natin, 'di ba sabi ko nga kapag percent ay isipin lang natin kung pwede siyang maging 100. Yung denominator natin, pwede nating magawang 100 yan by simply multiplying 25 by 4. So, minultiply yung 25 sa 4, i-multiply din natin itong numerator sa 4. So, therefore, we have 12 over 100 which is equal to 12%. Okay? So, yun yung shortcut kapag yung denominator ay pwedeng magawang 100. Kasi nga percent means 100. Kapag ang hinahanap natin ay rate. Okay? So, para isang tingin nyo pa lang, hindi nyo na i-divide. Kaysa naman i-divide nyo ito masyadong malaki, 90,000 over 750,000. So, malaki yung sagot. So, ito na lang yung shortcut. Okay, so next, number 62. A store sells shirts for 1,078 each or 3 for 2,997. How much would one save by buying 3 shirts at a time instead of 3 shirts one at a time? So, ang kailangan lang gawin, i-multiply lang natin ito or i-divide natin ito kasi 178 isa, 1,078 isa, and 3 for 2,997. So all we have to do is i-divide natin ito para makuha natin yung matitipid. So i-divide ito sa 3. Okay, so 2,997 divided by 3. So siguro eksakto ito. 29 divided by 3, that is 9. 9 times 3, we have 27. Subtract 29 minus 7 is 2. Bring down 9, we have 29 divided by 3, another 9. So we have 27. Subtract another 2. Bring down 7. 27 divided by 3 ay 9. So times 3, 27. 0 na siya. Then isa-subtract lang natin sa 1,078. Ito yung original na price ng isa. Ito naman yung 342,997. So naging 999 na lang. Okay, so pag sinubtract natin, that is equal to ilan to? 1,078 binawasan ng 999. So magiging 79 na lang ito. So ito yung trick dito, itong 999 gawin nating 1,000. Tapos itong 1,078 gawin nating 1,079. Tsaka natin i-subtract. So kitang-kita na ang sagot, 79. So therefore, bakit wala sa choices yung 79? 1,000 Sell shirts for 1,078 each or 3 for 2,997. How much would one save by buying 3 shirts at a time instead of one at a time? So 79 pala, ito yung sa isang piraso. So ang natipid niya sa isang piraso ay 79. Eh tatlo nga pala yung binili niya. So 79 times 3. Kaya pala wala sa choices, ano? Or etong 1,078, pwede din itong i-times 3 natin. Tapos i-minus natin tong 2,997. So maraming way para i-solve ito. So pwedeng ito yung ginamit ko, division. Pwede namang ito multiplication, i-multiply natin ito sa 3, tsaka natin i-minus ito. Or ito nga, division na yung ginamit ko. So multiply lang natin sa 3 yung na-save na isa-isa, 79. So 79 times 3. So pwede tayo mag-shortcut dito. Gawin natin tong 79 para madali. Gawin natin 80. 80 times 3, di equal sa 240. 79 lang to. So minus 3 natin. So therefore, ang magiging sagot ay 237. Ayun, letter A. Okay? So ito yung shortcut kasi 79 ito. Ginawa kong 80 para madaling i-divide. 80 times i-multiply 80 times 3 240. Tsaka ako i-minus yung 3 kasi kulang to ng 1 eh. Times 3 yon. Kaya minus 3, 237. Okay, so yung mga Hokage moves, mga shortcut. Number 63. A computer can be rented at 1,745 a week for 347.50 a day. Pwedeng a week or pwedeng 347.50 a day. You need the computer only for 6 days. At which rate, daily or weekly, would it be cheaper to rent and by how much cheaper? Okay, so merong siyang dalawang way is i-rent niya for 1 week, 1,745 or i-rent niya ng 6 days. So saan mas mura? So i-compute natin itong per day 347.50. So 347.50 i-multiply daw natin ng 6 days kasi 6 days lang niya gagamitin. So try natin, ito yung daily. So times 6 days, so therefore we have 6 times 0, we have 0. 6 times 5, we have 30. 6 times 7 is 42 plus 3, we have 45. 6 times 4 is 24 plus 4, we have 28. 6 times 3 is 18 plus 2, we have 20. 2 decimal places, so 1, 2. So therefore, for 6 days ay 2,085 ang magagastos niya kapag nirent niya ito yung 6 days. Okay? Ito yung 6 days. Ito namang isa, 1,745. Ito yung weekly. Okay? So therefore, mas makakatipid tayo sa weekly. So weekly, magkano yung matitipid natin? I-subtract lang natin. 5 minus 5, 0. 8 minus 4 is 4. 20 minus 17. So that is 340 weekly ang matitipid natin. So 340, letter A, weekly 340. Next, number 64. A 1.25 kilogram box of brand A detergent sells for 87.50. A 1.5 kilogram box of brand B detergent sells for 103.20. What is the difference in the price per kilogram? So isa-solve natin ito per kilogram. So i-divide lang natin kasi per kilogram yung hinahanap natin. So divide lang natin. Ito muna, 87.50. 87.50 divided by 1.25. Yung isa naman ay 103.20. Ito yon, divided by 1.5. Okay, so divided by 1.5. So meron pala tayong decimal. So ano ang gagawin natin kapag may decimal ang divisor? Move ng dalawa, move din ng dalawa ito. So therefore magiging 8,750 divided by 125 na lang siya. Same din dito, move natin ang isa, move natin ang isa. So therefore we have 1,032, no need to write the 0, divided by 15. Okay, so divide lang natin parehas. Madali namang i-divide ito, 125 yan. So, 125, 125, 125, ang 500 ay 4. So, 750 ay 2. 875, eksakto pala. 875 yan ay ilan yun? So, we have 250, di ba? 250, 250, tigta tatlo yan. So, 750 plus 125. So, 2, 4, 6, 7. So, we have 7 times 125. That is equal to 875. So, 0 na lang to. So, 0. 70. 70 per kilogram ito. 70, pag dinivide natin, 87, 87.50 divided by 1.25 kilogram ay lalabas 70 pesos per kilogram. So ito namang isa, divide lang natin. 103 divided by 15, ano yung eksakto? Ano ba eksakto dito? Kapag 15, count natin by 2, we have 30, 60, 90. Ano sunod sa 90? 105 na. So sa 90 lang tayo. 2, 4, 6. So we have 6 times 15, that is 90. Subtract natin. So we have 13. Okay, so 13 bring down 2. So we have, ano sunod sa 90? 120. So 2, 4, 6, 8. 120. So 8 times 15, 120. Okay, subtract natin. We have 2, ayan, 12. Add tayo ng isang 0. So may decimal dito. So 120 divided by 15, eksakto na, that is 8. 8 times 15, 120, 0 na siya. So ngayon, i-subtract natin 70. Ito yung 70 and 68. 68.8. So ano yung sagot natin? 70.00 minus 68.0.8. Lagyan natin na 0. So therefore, ang magiging sagot, so 0, ito ay magiging 10. Ito ay magiging 9. Ito ay magiging 6. So 10 minus 8, we have 2. 9 minus 8 is 1. 1.20 ang difference nila. So what is the difference in the price per kilogram? 1.20, which is letter A. Okay? 1.20 pesos per kilogram. Number 65, a 30 centimeters long plastic pipe costs 249 pesos. At this rate, what is the price of the pipe per meter? Per meter daw. Ito, 30 centimeter long. Ay, i-convert lang natin tong 30 centimeter. Ano ba ang conversion ng centimeter to meter? So, ang 1 meter ay equal sa 30. Ba't 30? Na-advance ako, 30 na yung naisip ko. Ayan, so ang 1 meter ay equal sa 100 centimeters. So i-convert natin tong 30 centimeter bago natin i-multiply. Okay? Or 30 centimeter lang plastic pipe cost 249. So 249 yung 30. So ratio and proportion lang ito. So pwede pala natin gamitin dito ratio and proportion na lang. So ito yung price. Ito yung price. So lagay natin dito price. Dito naman yung length. Pwedeng yung length dito. Centimeter kasi. So, ang price niya, 249 kada 30 centimeters. Okay? Kada 30 centimeters. So, ang tinatanong, what is the price of the pipe per meter? Ang isang 1 meter ay 100 centimeter. So, gagawin natin, ito ay 100 centimeter. So, ito yung magiging X natin. Okay? So, yun. Pwedeng ratio and proportion para hindi na tayo mag-convert. So, 249 is to 30. Then, X is to 100. So, gawin lang nating proportion yan. Bahala na kayo kung paano nyo gagawin. Pwedeng 249 over 30 equals X over 100. Pwede namang 249 over X equals 30 over 100. Basta magkatapat sila. Okay? So, gawin ko na lang dito 249 is to X para parehas may 0 itong kabila. So, 249 over X is equal to 30 over 100. Para pwedeng i-lowest term ito. Lowest term natin, tanggalin lang natin yung dalawang 0. So therefore, 3 over 10 na lang siya. Tapos tsaka natin i-cross multiply. So x times 3, we have 3x is equal to 10 na lang ito, wala na yung 0. So 10 times 249. 10 times 249, that is equal to 2,490. Then tsaka natin i-divide both sides by 3. So divide both sides by 3. So eksakto ito. So 24 divided by 3. Pwede nang hindi ilong division kasi pwedeng mental na lang yun. 24 divided by 3, that is equal to 8. 9 divided by 3, that is 3. Itong 0 kinokopya lang. So therefore, the final answer is 830, which is letter A. Next, number 66. A homeowner can rent a chainsaw from a rental agency at 2,700 a day. The brand new of the same saw can be bought for 18,900 pesos. For how many days could the homeowner rent the saw before renting would cost more than buying? So, ayan. So, ilang days daw? How many days would the homeowner rent the saw before renting would cost more than buying? So, kasi ang rent ay, ito yung rent. Ayan. So, ang rent ay equal sa 2,700 per day. Tapos, ang brand new naman ay ang brand new ay 18,900 18,900. So, ang gagawin natin, i-multiply lang natin ito. 2,700, i-multiply natin sa number of days. So, ang hinahanap natin, how many days. So, multiply lang natin ito, 2,700 times the number of day. I-let natin yung number of days be x. Ayan. So, let the x be the number of days. Number of days na i-rent natin. Okay, so magiging equation ay 2,700 times the number of days x equals dito sa brand new 18,900. Sumobra pa yung zero ko. Sumobra pa yung zero ko, 18,000. That's 9,000. Okay, so ito na maging equation natin, 2,700x equals 18,900. So divide both sides by 2,700 lang yan. Divide both sides by 2,700, parang matira x na lang. Tapos simplify natin, tanggalin natin yung dalawang zero. Ayan, so we have 189 over 27. So pwede pa atang i-simplify ito or pwede namang i-divide na ito directly. So divide na natin directly. Ilan ba ito? 27 sa 27, 80, ang 81, 3, no? So ito 189. So siguro mga, kasi 27, ano? Kapag times 3 yan, that is, ito yung mga eksakto kasi, ano, 81. So plus 81, so another 3. So we have 2, that is equal to 162. So ito na, ano na to, 3, ito another 3. So plus 27 pa tayo, ayun, eksakto na. 9, 6 plus 2, 8, ayan, 189. So 3, 3, 1. So therefore, equal siya sa 7 days. Okay? Hindi ko na dinivide ng ano, binilang na lang natin yung 27 para mas madali. So, letter C, 7 days. So, pag magre-rent pala ng 7 days, parang bumili na rin ng bago. Okay, so next number, 67. Paula uses a 10 100 watts bulb in her house. She uses these bulbs at an average of 5 hours each day. How many kilowatt hour do these bulbs use each day? Yan. So, use each day daw yan. So, Paula uses 10 100 watts. So, tingnan nyo yung units ha. Ito, 10 na 100 watts. Watts lang ito. Ang tinatanong, how many kilowatt? So, ang 1 kilowatt ay equal sa 1,000 watts. Okay? So, dun sa label pa lang, kailangan makita nyo na hindi magkaiba. Yung isa, watts lang. Yung isa naman, kilowatts. Okay, so how many kilowatt hour do these bulbs use each day? So, i-multiply lang natin ito. So, meron daw siyang 10 na 100 watts. So, i-multiply natin yon. So, 10 times 100 watts. Then she uses these bulbs at an average of 5 hours each day. So, i-multiply pa natin siya sa 5. Okay, so pag minultiply natin 10 times 100, that is 1,000 times 5, that is equal to 5,000 watts. 5,000 watts yan per day. Ayan, yung each day na yan, watts per day na ito. So, ang tinatanong, how many kilowatt hour do these bulbs use each day? So, therefore, i-convert natin kung ang 1 kilowatt ay 1,000 watts, therefore, ang 5,000 watts ay equal sa 5 kilowatt. Baka ito yung maging answer nyo kapag hindi nyo kinonvert. So, the correct answer is letter A, 5 kilowatts siya. Okay? Next, number 68. An electric range uses 12,200, ayun ulit, watts per hour and is run an average of 60 hours a year. How many, ayun, kilowatt ulit. How many kilowatt hour is this? So, ginagamit siya ng 60 hours a year. Electric range uses 12,200 watts per hour and is run 60 hours a year. So, i-multiply lang natin sa 60 hours. 60 hours a year na yon. How many kilowatt hours is this? So, just multiply 12,200 watts pa ito ha. Watts pa to. So, pwede na pa nating i-convert na ito ay watts. Kapag i-convert natin yan sa kilowatt, i-divide lang natin sa 1,000. Okay, so pag dinivide sa 1,000, move lang natin yung decimal point niyan. Okay, so move lang yung decimal point. So equal siya sa kung ang 1 kilowatt ay equal sa 1,000 watts. So therefore, ang 12,200, i-move lang natin 1, 2, 3, 4. So therefore, 12.200. So 1, 2, 3 divided by 1,000 kasi equal to sa 12.2. 12.2 na lang. Pwede nang hindi ilagay yung mga zero. 12.2 kilowatt na ito. Kasi pag minultiply natin sa 1,000, 12.2 times 1,000 is 12,200. Sakto ba yun? So tama no, 12,200 ay 12.2 kilowatt. Okay, so dahil 12,000. So ang susunod ay i-multiply lang natin sa kilowatt na siya. So i-multiply natin sa 60 hours. Okay, so multiply lang natin ito sa 60 hours. So para makuha na natin yung, so kopyahin lang itong isang 0. 6 times 2, we have 12. Carry 1, another 12 plus 1. So we have 13 carry 1, 6 plus 1. 6 times 1 is 6 plus 1. We have 7. May isang decimal. So therefore, 732 kilowatt hour. Okay, kilowatt hour, 732. Wala na tong 0 kasi may decimal tayo dito. 732 letter B. Okay, so next number 69. A video cassette movie purchased for 440 pesos was marked up at 25% on the selling price. Ayan, 25% on the selling price. Later, as retail prices fell, this movie was marked down 20% on the current sale price. Find its new sale price. Okay, so babawasan lang natin muna. A video cassette movie purchased 440 was marked up. Ayun, up pala, up. Marked up by 25%. Ibig sabihin, ito yung cost niya, dadagdagan ng 25%. Okay? 25% on the selling price. So nag-increase siya. So therefore magiging equation natin na una ay or ang expression natin na una ay magiging 440 markup kaya plus 25%. Ang 25%, okay, 25% that is equal to 0.25. Okay? 0.25 na itong 440. So ang markup niya magiging 440 plus 0.25 times 440. Okay? So magiging, ang sagot na natin ay 440 times 0.25 o yung sige, times 0.25, we have 5 times 0 is 0. 5 times 4, we have 20, another 20 plus 2, 22. Tapos 2 times 4, 40. So we have 2 times 0 is 0. 2 times 4 is 8, another 8. And then add. So we have 0, 0, 10, carry 1, 11, 2 decimal places, 110. So therefore, we have 440 plus 110. That is equal to, i-plus lang natin yung 440. So that is equal to 550. 550, ito na yung markup, yung itinaas na niya, markup to 550. So later, as retail prices fell, this movie was marked down 20% on the current sale price. Ito na yung current sale price. Babawasan natin ngayon ng 20%. Okay, so magiging 550 minus 20%. 20% ng 550, so that is equal to 0.2 times 550. So that is equal to 550 minus 20% ng 550. So solve lang natin manually ulit. 550 times 0.2, we have 0. This is 10. And another 10 plus 1, 11. So may 1 decimal, so 110. So 550 minus 110, parang bumalik lang siya sa 440 kasi 550 minus 110, 440. Okay, so the correct answer is letter B, 440. Bumalik lang siya kasi yung una kasi 25% increase markup tapos nag-markdown ng 20% naman. So bumalik lang sa 440, letter B. Next, number 70. Uy, ang dami. MSA Products Incorporated bought this office supplies last week. 1,320 pence at 0.125. 1,480 box paper clips at 0.625 pesos. 1,240 boxes of tape up at 0.875. 1,720 boxes of cards at 0.80. A 5% sales tax is added. What was the company's total bill? Ay, i-multiply lang natin to. Ang dami, no? 1,320. I-multiply lang natin isa-isa. Bought this office supplies last week at at 0.125 ito. So times 0.125. Then sumunod, 1480. I-multiply naman natin sa 0.625. And then we have 1,240 times 0.875. And then last, we have 1,720 times 0.80. Tapos, meron pang 5% sales tax. So, i-multiply na lang natin lahat ito. Pero, mas madali ito gawin nating fraction. Kasi kung mapapansin nyo, ang 0.125, mga eksakto ito eh. Ang 125, kung kabisado nyo yung mga fraction, ang 0.125, equal yan sa 1/8. So, multiple ng 125 ito eh. So, ang 0.125 equal sa 1/8 yan. Pag dinivide nyo yung 1 divided by 8, ito yung magiging sagot. Yung 625 naman, multiple ng 125 yan. So, that is equal to 0.625 times 5 lang yan. So, equal yan sa 5/8. Tapos, ang 0.875, equal yan sa 7/8. Ang 0.8, syempre, ang 0.8 ay equal yan sa 8/10 or 4/5. So, mas madali kapag ginawa nating fraction. Kasi madaling i-divide. Okay? So, kailangan mga familiar kayo dun sa mga eksaktong mga number. Magaya nito. So, pwede namang i-over natin. 0.125, ibig sabihin yan, 125/1000. O, di ba? Kitang-kita, 125 over 1,000. Divisible lang 1,000 sa 125, kaya 1/8 lang yan. So, ito, 625/1000. Kaya 5/8. 875/1000, 7/8. Ito naman, 80/100. Kasi 0.80. So, 80/100 kaya 4/5. So, yun yung mas madali kaya doon natin siya i-multiply. So, 1,320 times 1/8 lang po yan. Ito naman ay 1,480 times 5/8. Ito naman ay 1,240 times 7/8. And then last, we have 1,720 times 4/5. So, mas madali ay i-divide muna natin isa-isa yan. I-divide lang to. 1,320 divided by 8. So, 1,320. Puro eksakto naman ata ito. Divided by 8. So, the answer is 1. We have 8. Subtract 52. Divided by 8. Ano yung pinakamalapit? 6. 6 times 8, 48. Subtract, we have 4. Bring down 0, 40. Times 8, we have 5. So, 165 ang price nito. 165 pesos. Then ito 1,480. So ang 1,320 ay 165. O bilangin na lang natin kung ilan yung idadagdag dito. 1,480 divided by 8. 1,480 ano? Ito 1,320. O sige, i-ano na lang ulit natin. 1,480 divided by 8. So the answer is malapit dito eh. So 1 lang din yan. 8 subtract, we have 68. So we have 68 divided by 8. So that is 8 times 8, 64. Subtract, we have 4, bring down 0. 40 divided by 8, that is equal to 5 times 8, 40. Okay, so kaso divided by 8 pa lang yon. Divided by 8. May times 5 pa tayo. Okay, so 185. So kulang yung papel natin. Kulang no? 185 times 5 we have 25. 5 times 8 is 40 plus 2 we have 42. 5 times 1 is 5 plus 4 we have 925. So 925 ito. So next 1,240 divided by 8. Tapos times 7. 1,240 divided by 8. So we have another 1 times 8. We have 8. Subtract 12 minus 8. We have 4. 44. So that is 5 times 8. 40. 4 ulit. 40 divided by 8. 5. So 155 times 7 naman ito. 155. Hindi nakakasya no? 155 times 7, we have 35, another 35 plus 3, 38, 7 times 1, ayan, 1,000, 1,085 ito. And then we have 1,720 divided by 5, 1,720 divided by 5, so we have 3 times 5, 15, subtract, we have 2, bring down 2, 22, we have 4, 4 times 5, we have 20, subtract 2, bring down 0, 20, ayan, 345, times 4 pa, so 345 times 4 pa sa numerator. So we have 20. We have 4 times 4 is 16 plus 2. We have 18. 3 times 4 is 12 plus 1. We have 13. So 1,380. So ngayon, i-add na natin. Parang hindi pa magkakatapat, no? So, ayusin lang natin. Pagtatapat-tapatin ko lang. So, we have 925 and 165. 925. Tapat lang natin. 925. And then, we have 165. 165. Itatapat-tapat lang natin. So, then, add na natin 5 plus 5 plus 5. We have 15, carry 1. So, we have 8 plus A. Ito ay 10. Plus 8 plus 6, 24 plus 1, 25. Okay, so next, 9, 10, 11, 12, 9, 10, 11, 12 plus 5. We have 15, carry 1, 3,555. And then meron pa tayong tax na 5%. So plus 5% pa. Hindi pa pala tapos. May 5% pa. So therefore we have 3,555 times 0.05, 5% yon. 5 times 5, 25. 5 times 5, another 25. So 27 na. 5 times 5, 25 ulit. Plus 2, 27. 5 times 3 is 5 times 3 is 15 plus 2, 17. So 2 decimal places, 177.75. So therefore, ang magiging final answer natin plus 177.75. Parang walang 75 dito. So, ba't walang 75? So baka may nagkamali tayong konti dito. 0.75. So ito ay 5 plus 7. We have, ayan, 2, 12. So ito ay 12 ulit ito. Plus 1, 13. Then we have 7. Then we have 3. 3732.75. So siguro ito yung tamang sagot, letter D. May na overlook siguro ako dito. So titingnan ko yung sa answer number 70. Baka merong akong na number 70. So we have 165, 925, 1085. Itong 13, yung 1720. 1720 pala ay 345. Nasaan ba yon? 345 times 4, 1380. Ayun, 1085 dito. 1376. Ang nasa answer key ko ay 1376 dapat ito. Paano naging 1376 ito? 1376. So i-check ko lang muna, i-post ko saglit. Okay, nakita ko na yung mistake. Ang mistake pala ay dito sa 345. Ito pala 20 divided by 5. 4 din dapat ito. Ito ay 4. Puray natin. Ito dapat ay 4. Kaya may konting mali. So 344. So therefore ito ay magiging 344 na ito times 4. 344. Nagkamali na sa compute. Medyo pagod na at ang dami. Dire-diretso tayo, 25 items. 344 times 4 tayo dito. So therefore, that is equal to 16. Another 16 plus 1, we have 17. 4 times 3 is 12 plus 1, we have 1376. So magiging 1376 ito. So minus 4 lang tayo dito. So 1376. So therefore, yung total natin minus 4 dapat. Kaya pala may 3551 dito. Ayun. So 3551 dapat siya. 3551. So 3551 pero hindi pa diyan natatapos dahil meron pa nga tayong may 5% pa may 5% pa. Okay, si 3551. Okay, so ito yung sagot diyan sigurado. 3.551 times ayan 5%. So 5 times 5 we have 25, carry 2 25. And then we have plus 2, 27. 5 times 3, 15. Ayan, 17. 2 decimal places, 177.55. Ayun na, eksakto. 177.55. I-add lang natin dito. Therefore, we have, ayan, 0.55 na siya. We have 8. 5 plus 7. Wala na tong carry dito. Ayan, so 5 plus 7. Ayan, 2, carry 1, 7. 3728.55 which is letter D. Pag ganitong problem, ubos ang oras nyo. Ubos ang 1 minute kasi ang haba, puro decimal. So sana walang ganyan sa susunod na civil service exam. Madali lang computein kung pwede calculator eh. Yun lang problema talaga, manual. Okay, so next number 71. So 5 items na lang. The question, how many flowers are needed to border a rectangular garden? Involves border ito. How many flowers are needed to border a rectangular garden? So pag sinabing border ng rectangular, so ang hinahanap natin dito ay perimeter. Total distance around a rectangle, perimeter. Volume, ito ay para sa 3D. Okay? So area naman para sa number of square units dun sa loob. Hindi naman pwedeng weight kasi ito ay rectangular ano nga siya, garden. Okay? So ang tamang answer ay perimeter. Okay, so sana ganito lang yung mga question, no? Walang computation. Number 72. How many meters of fencing are needed to enclose an 84 meter by 48 meter rectangular garden? Pag sinabing how many meters of fencing, ayan, pag sinabing fencing, ang hinahanap natin dito ay perimeter. Okay? So itong letter D, area ito, mali na agad dyan. So perimeter ang hinahanap natin, perimeter ng rectangular garden, ang formula ay 2L plus 2W. Okay? So length and width yan. So ang length natin yung mas malaki. So anyway, kahit naman magkabaligtad, pares pa rin ang kakalabasan na sagot yan. So 2 times length, ang length natin ito, length, ito ang width. So 2 times 84 plus 2 times 48. So we have equal na siya sa multiply lang natin. 84 times 2, we have 2 times 4, 8, 2 times 8, 16. So 168. And then we have 2 times 48. So pwede nang i-manual ito, no? 2 times 8, we have 16. Carry 1, 2 times 4, ayan, 96. So i-add lang natin 168 plus 96. So equal na siya sa 8 plus 6, we have 14. Carry 1, so 9 plus 1, 10 plus 1. So we have 16. We have 264 meters. So therefore, the correct answer is letter C, 264 meters. Number 73. How many 1 centimeter square stickers are needed to cover a photo box 4 centimeters long, 3 centimeters wide, and 5 centimeters high? So ano pala ito? Formula ito ng rectangular ano to eh, no? Ayan box siya, box. So let's say ito yung drawing. So hinahanap lang natin dito ay surface area. Surface area ng rectangular box. Surface area. Kasi ididikit natin yung 1 centimeter square sticker. Didikitan natin ito. Ayan, kunwari yan yung 1 centimeter. Tapos dito sa taas, dito sa side, dun sa likod, tsaka dito pa sa kabilang side na yan. So therefore, problem lang ito ng surface area. Kunin lang natin ang surface area. Okay, so ang formula ng surface area ng rectangular box ay 2 times LW, yung combination lang nung tatlo eh, length, height, tsaka width. O combination yan, tigta tatlo. 2 times LW plus LH plus ano pa yung wala? WH. Ayan. So ayan ang formula natin ng surface area. Okay, so kahit magkabali-baligtad yan, 4 cm, 3 cm, and 5 cm, kahit magkabali-baligtad yan, basta combination ng product nilang tatlo na tigda-dalawahan lamang. Okay, so we have 2 times 4 times 3. O 4 times 3 plus 4 times 5 naman plus 4 times 5 plus ano pa ang wala 3 times 5. Okay. So therefore equal siya sa 2 times 4 times 3 we have 12 plus 4 times 5 is 20 plus 3 times 5 is 15. Then i-add natin 2 times what is the answer? 12, 20, and 15. We have 2 plus 5, 7. 1 plus 2 plus 1. So 47. 47 times 2. So therefore, we have 2 times 7. So that is equal to 14. 2 times 4 is 8 plus 1, 9. So 94. Tapos i-divide natin sa 1 centimeter. Kaso 1 lang ito eh. Kaya pwede na natin hindi i-divide. Kung ito ay hindi 1, i-divide pa natin ito. Okay? So 94 divided by 1, 94 pa rin. Okay. So next number, 74. Okay, dalawa na lang. One side of a triangle is 3 cm longer than the shortest side. Okay? One side daw ay 3 cm longer. And the other side is 4 cm longer than the shortest side. How long is the shortest side? hinahanap natin shortest side. So lagyan natin shortest side is x. If the perimeter is 67 centimeter. So ang perimeter ng triangle ay A plus B plus C. A plus B plus C yung side natin. Okay? So ilet natin ang shortest side natin ay x. Ito yung shortest side. Ito na nga yung A. So ito yung shortest side. Okay? Shortest side. Ang B natin, ang magiging B natin ay equal sa, sabi, 3 cm longer than the shortest side. 3 cm longer. E di shortest side, longer siya, e di plus 3. Okay? Tapos yung isa pa, yung C natin ay 4 cm longer than the shortest side ulit. Shortest side ulit, e di x plus 4. So, tapos ang perimeter daw natin, given na 67 centimeters. Okay, so substitute lang natin dito sa formula ng perimeter ng triangle. So therefore, we have 67 equals x, ito yung A natin, plus yung B natin ay x plus 3. Pinarenthesis ko lang para malinaw lang na ito yung A, ito yung B, ito yung C. Pero bali wala rin naman ang parenthesis na yan. Okay, so just solve for x. 67 is equal to, add lang natin x plus x plus x. That is equal to 3x. 3 plus 4, that is equal to 7. Combine 67 and 7, ilipat sa kabila by subtracting 7 to both sides. Cancel na ito. 67 minus 7 is 60 equals 3x. Final step, divide both sides by 3. Therefore, the value of x is equal to 60 divided by 3. The shortest side is 20 centimeters. Ito yung second side, tsaka ito yung third side, 23 and 24. Okay, pag nag-add tayo ng 3 and 4. Okay, last number, number 75. The length of a rectangle, so ang length daw ng rectangle is 2 cm less than twice its width. O doon pa lang, buuin na natin yung equation. The length of a rectangle is, ibig sabihin ng is yung equal sign, 2 cm less than. Paano yung 2 cm less than? That is minus 2. 2 cm less than minus 2. Twice its width. So twice its width, so ibig sabihin nun 2w. Okay? The length of a rectangle is 2 less than twice its width. So yan ang formula natin para sa length. What is its width? Hinahanap natin ang width if its perimeter is 50 centimeters. So formula para sa perimeter ay 2L plus 2W. So substitute lang natin yung mga given natin. Therefore, we have perimeter. May value yung perimeter natin. Ang value ng perimeter ay 50. 50 is equal to 2 times L. Ano ang value ng L? 2W minus 2 plus 2W. So, masasolve na natin ang W. What is its width? Just solve for W. So, distribute lang natin ito. We have 50 equals 2 times 2W. We have 4W. 2 times negative 2, that is negative 4 plus 2W. Combine like terms. So, we have 4W plus 2W. So, that is equal to 6W. Equals, ayan. Tapos yung negative 4, dalhin natin sa kabila. Combine natin si 50 and negative 4 by adding 4 to both sides. So, cancel na ito. We have 50 plus 4, we have 54 is equal to 6W. Last step, divide both sides by 6 para W na lang ang matira. Therefore, 54 divided by 6, that is equal to 9. Lagyan na lang natin ng unit, 9 centimeters. Okay, so wala namang unit yung mga choices. The correct answer is letter B. Okay, that's all. Thank you for watching. So I hope nagustuhan yung explanation ko ng last part natin, 51 to 75. Sorry kung medyo may konting mistake kanina at medyo madami kasi medyo napagod na. Okay, so good luck sa lahat ng nagre-review at kung meron kayong math question ay i-comment nyo lang dito sa aking YouTube channel at or sa aking FB group na minamanage. Comment lang po kayo doon or post kayo ng question nyo or i-DM nyo lang sa aking messenger RJ Enseñado. Follow nyo na rin ako sa Facebook dahil pinopost ko lahat doon ng ina-upload ko dito sa YouTube. So again, thank you for watching. God bless and bye-bye.